Welcome back to the Divij podcast, episode 154. We just got to New York. It's freezing. I hopped off a red eye. I'm very sleepy. We are going to power through this, man. I got my Celsius. Shout out Celsius. And praise God, man. We made it to New York. And I'm very, very, very grateful for the opportunity to be sitting down with my new friend, an incredible artist that I've been,
thank you, man.
Yeah, man, listening to for a while. And, you know, I'm friends with some of these amazing rappers and down in Nashville, like, you know, John Keith and all these other folks that are doing incredible stuff. And every time I am listening to their music, like Holvey, Forrest Frank, John Keith, all these people, this guy, Aaron Cole, man, he keeps popping up. And it's like the SEO is crazy because it's every time I'm like, yo, who's this Aaron Cole guy? So, you know, I peeped it and peeped the music, and man, I feel like you know, God is really using you, bro, in such in such a beautiful way, man. So Aaron Cole, welcome to the podcast.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, bro.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, like you said, I just got here too this morning.
Yeah.
5 a.m. flight. We here though.
Are you cold? Are you staying warm? How you
I'm
feel?
good. I'm used to it because I'm from Virginia. You say you're a LA boy, so
yeah, we're not.
I already know. But I see you got the sweater on. You know what I'm saying? You see me, I'm layered up. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. It's because Nashville, it does get pretty cold out there, right? Like,
yeah, it gets cold. Yeah,
okay.
It's not this cold. But it get cold for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I went to Chicago recently. And
now that's like, different. That's like my second home because my pops is from Chicago.
Oh, for real?
Chicago cold is different.
Mm-hmm.
It's super different. But keep going, my bad.
No, yeah. I was just going to say, it's different out there. It's very, very cold.
Yeah.
And then I went to Japan a couple of days ago just for fun. And even there, it was like 25 degrees. I'm like, what's going on? Like,
that's crazy. Yeah, it's that time though. It's December, so.
Yeah,
for sure.
Real, man. Well, no, man, I'm super grateful, bro. You know, I've become obsessed with Christian rap music over the last like 2 years. And, you know, I went to Forrest Frank's concert at the Honda Center. Yeah. And I never seen anything like it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like 30,000 people just praising Jesus, like singing worship. And man, yeah, I'm so curious to learn about your story, like how you got into music, you know, and how you've kind of reached to the top level of the game. Because, you know, I feel like there's this batch of Christian artists that out of nowhere have kind of just appeared, and you guys are really like bringing the wave. I mean, Miles Minnick, you know what I'm saying? Like Rolling Loud has got the Christian stuff now. So it's like we're seeing it come. So bro, I'd love to just kind of take it back if it's cool.
For sure.
And if you could just tell me like where you from, like I'd love to learn about your childhood.
Absolutely. Yeah. From Bristol, Virginia, small town in Virginia. I grew up, my dad, he got saved at a Christian hip hop concert. And so after he got saved, he kind of just got inspired to like do the same thing, like make music or whatever, but my pops is not like a rapper or anything. And so him, my uncle, they just kind of started making music. And I was like three or 4 years old, and I was just like looking up to my pops and uncle, of course. And so I would be in all of the sessions. Like I was just making sure I was in all of the sessions. And I started mimicking like my uncle's verses, like started memorizing them at like 3 and started rapping it back to him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so from there, they was just like, let's give him a shot. And so they wrote me, you know what I'm saying, a rap. You know what I'm saying? It was called Jesus is the Rock, the OGs know. And yeah, man, from there, it was just kind of like, we were doing it for fun, like going to churches. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in church. All my family like was the praise team. My granddad was the pastor. So it's like grew up in church kind of thing. And then so anytime like it was in a church service or something like that, like I would go up there, we would rap, we would do songs that we was working on and stuff like that. Yeah. And then like I said, we were just doing it for fun, but around 12, about 12, 13 in middle school, I was like, nah, this is something I really want to do. Like I got kind of serious about it. And from then my dad was just like, all right, if this is what you want to do, you can't be like everybody else. Like let's lock in. You know what I mean? And so we locked in, and yeah, it was just a journey from there, bro. Like I started grinding, working on my craft and studying the greats and the whole nine. And I want to say a couple of years later, I just made a name for myself in my hometown area kind of thing, which is, it's super small. And it's not normal to be doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like one thing to make music, but it's another thing to be making Christian
Yeah.
Christian rap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like you said, it just wasn't popular back then like that. And so
what was the feedback from people when you started putting this stuff out? Where they're like, "Yo, what are you doing?" Like,
yeah, it was definitely like I had my homies that rock. I remember like I had two of my homies, my homie Roger, my homie Brendan, and I remember I got serious about it, and my dad just had me like, you know what I'm saying, all about the grind culture. Like I was watching documentaries, I was doing all the things, you know what I'm saying? And so I just remember I put out a song, and at that time it wasn't Apple Music or anything like that. So it's like I put it out on iTunes.
Yeah.
And I was just going around telling people like, but before it got on iTunes, I was like, yo, I'm selling my single. So I would go to lunch and I would at lunch, I was asking people like, yo, buy my single, it's 99 cents. I just need $1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People saying no, but my homie Roger and my homie Brendan, they gave me $1. And I emailed them the song kind of vibe. So it was definitely like it was different. I had a couple of people that rock with me and those were my friends, but everybody was just kind of like, oh, this is the Christian rapper singer guy. You know what I mean? And so I remember the moment where it kind of like, I want to say got real with people is probably high school. And I was in high school and at that time I was kind of doing my thing. Like that's like a couple years later I met like Toby Mac. I don't know if you know who that is and stuff like that.
I met him at a urinal. So random. Yeah, I was at the Dove Awards in Nashville, and I in the backstage, and I.
Oh, you were there this year?
Yeah, this year. And I looked to my right, and I see the hat. I was like, "Oh, you Toby Mac?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, and we just had a great conversation. He's so awesome.
Too funny. Shout out to Toby, man.
Yeah, for real.
He came to Bristol and changed my life. But yeah, I met him around 15, 16. And people was kind of finding out, and it was like, oh, Aaron might make it out kind of thing. So I was having a little bit more people. The girls was more interested and stuff like that. Yeah. But what happened was it was a talent show. I didn't do the talent show. I was like, I was a freshman or sophomore. I was just chilling with my homeboy in the crowd watching the talent show. And there was a dude that went up there and said he was doing Christian rap. And I was like, oh, that's lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was ready to see. And he called me out from stage.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was like, man, shout out to Aaron Cole. Psych.
Dang.
Oh, school went dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
the beef.
I remember feeling like this nervous feeling, but like, what is happening right now? Everybody looking at me like, no, you gotta go up there. You gotta go up there. I'm like, man, we doing Christian rap. What's up? Like,
yeah, like, what do we do?
I remember I walked up there, whole school going crazy. I just spit a verse and I was just like, man, shout out to my guy. He going dumb. But in that moment, it just kind of like, I remember I came down after school and I was on the basketball team. So the whole basketball team was like, man, I knew you rap, but I didn't know you went crazy like that. And it kind of just, from there, like the people in school was kind of like rallying behind me kind of thing of like, nah, he really do this for real kind of thing. And so, yeah, man, that was a crazy story. But I think that's when kind of people just started kind of believing when things started happening, which that's how it go. Like from a small town, until something happens, like everyone's kind of like, all right, whatever.
Right.
But yeah.
It's almost like they want to see the like proof, like they want to see the progress.
Yeah, which I get it. But it's kind of like, man, I wish we kind of had more of a just support. Like if somebody doing something, just support them. But yeah, man. So from there, like I said, I met Toby.
So you met Toby at the talent show?
No. Sorry. It got. Yeah. So what happened was there was a guy in our hometown named Chris Crockett. He was the head of FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Yeah. And he was. The whole time I was doing music, he would be like, yo, like, yeah, I'm gonna show your stuff to Toby because they did stuff together and stuff like that. And he never did. You know how that goes. He just never did. And so around 15, I put out a project. We gave it to him. He was like, I'm gonna give it to Toby. And the next day, he was in the car with Toby. So it was already in the CD player. That's when it was still CDs. So it was in the CD player. He was like, oh, who is this? And Toby was looking for, you know what I'm saying, a rapper, a singer at that time. And so
to like collaborate with or to sign?
No, to sign, yeah.
Oh, word.
And so it was just kind of like a God thing for real. You know what I mean? Because to be in a CD player, like it was just God's timing for real. Because I'm like, what's the odds that I would see him the day before he saw Toby? Like I ain't knowing none of that. We was just out here just doing it. You know what I mean? And so yeah, from there, he invited me out to Crossville, Tennessee. To he has a golf camp. Yeah, he has a golf camp, and he invited me out there. And from there, like I met him after the show. As far as just like we chopped it up, and he was like, "Yeah, like I love your stuff. Like I want to work with you, but I wouldn't put you out till you were 18." And at the time, I was just kind of like, "That's crazy. Like that's 3 years from now." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt like I was ready then, but looking back on it, I wasn't ready for sure.
Interesting.
And he knew, like he just kind of knew, like I still had I had to go through heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? I had to go through high school, and you know what I'm saying? I even I did my freshman and sophomore year, but then I begged my parents to go homeschool because I was like, that's gonna speed up the process. Like if I'm out of high school, I was doing everything to try to speed up the process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was just like, nah, like it's just gotta wait. You know what I mean? And so when I was 17, 18, yeah, I went to Nashville and I made this song called Right on Time. And they were like, everybody at the label was like, no, this is the one. This is the one. And I was doing sessions for years. Like he was like, yeah, like you can do sessions, like whatever. I was kind of dropping stuff like mixtape stuff and stuff like that. And so when I was in these sessions, that's when people just kind of, he knew I could sing, but he didn't know I could sing for real. So it's like, he was like, oh yeah, we're going to tap into that more too. Drake was becoming more popular. People was, you know what I'm saying, Bryson Tiller, stuff like that. And so it just kind of become a thing of my career of like rapping and singing, you know what I'm saying? And so 17, 18, yeah, we came out on the label and went #1 Billboard. And I just feel like from there, I kind of like just been grinding, and I'm waking up and I'm sitting here with you in New York.
Yeah. Come on, man. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
So Toby was it sounds like he was very instrumental in kind of your growth and development.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nah, like I said, he changed my life. Like I was just in Bristol, I was grinding. I believed that I was gonna make it, but I didn't know how, I didn't know what, you know what I mean? And so when he heard of me, he just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it changed my life, bro. Like through God for sure, of course. But I'm like, he definitely, he did everything he could do, you know what I'm saying, for me. And when I was on the label, we went on a bunch of tours together. And the main thing that he taught me was just kind of like how to treat people. Like I don't care if it was the janitor, if it was the people setting up his lights, like he treated everybody the same. Everybody like they was the headliner. And so from day one, that's just kind of what I've been trying to do. It's like whoever it may be, like I'm treating them like they the headliner, you know what I'm saying? And he's just a good dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, from there, bro, we just been grinding, bro. Like I feel like I've just been grinding, but I'm in a new season now of just like peace. Like I feel like before, like it was all about the grind. It was all about the work. But now it's just kind of like, man, like it's peaceful just being able to work and, you know what I'm saying, living the fruits of your labor kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's been cool.
It's kind of crazy how one person can kind of change the trajectory of everything for you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I think like a lot of my audience is like entrepreneurs and people that are, you know, artists, and they're trying to make it. And I always talk about like how just go outside, bro. Like if you're a man, like being in the house is not it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
no, for sure.
Yeah, like go to the studio, like go work at a coffee shop. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know who you'll meet.
Yeah.
And I think also like it's a testament to what you did too, because I feel like, you know, taking action without expectation. So like just constantly doing things and sort of like following that God voice that you might have in the intuition that you have. And I feel like that will always open the doors. Like when I'm in an elevator and I see someone that I'm like, yo, I feel like I know this guy, or maybe I don't, but I see something about their outfit. I always make sure I say something that is positive and complimentary, because A, you make the person feel good. And two, it's like, you never know. Like they could be a new friend for life. It could be a business partner for life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. It's amazing. I love that. I try to do that, but I'm kind of, I go back and forth because I'm definitely like, I'm an introvert, so
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll be like in my own world. But I definitely like when I'm feeling that wave. I definitely feel like that's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Talking to people, meeting people. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You never know what that can lead to. Praying for somebody, whatever it may be.
real.
So
Yeah,
that's what's up.
but protecting your peace too. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
absolutely.
It's cool to have boundaries.
Yeah, yeah, for sure,
So
for sure,
it's a balance.
for sure.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you about Toby. That's cool. We can go on from that. So talk to me about like after everything went down with Toby, like you know you have a #1 on Billboard, like
Yeah,
all these crazy things are happening to you at
yeah,
a younger age.
absolutely.
Like, were you like, yo, I made it, like I'm good, or like what did that kind
Yeah,
of what was the next season for you after that season?
man, it's crazy. Like I was just talking to a friend about this. Like it's like it's so crazy. Like even now, I don't know if you can relate to this, but like I'll do something amazing, or I'll do something that is a goal or something like that, and man, it could be a week later if I feel like something has died down. Like I'm like,
I'm
oh man,
cooked.
it's over.
Yeah,
I'm cooked. Like
yeah,
I don't know if you relate to that, but I'm
all the
like,
time.
I feel like it's been like that. Like I've been trying to figure it out, but like it's definitely been like that, ups and downs. Like, okay, man, I'm 2019. I won the Double Award for New Artist of the Year. I remember it was like nobody. I ain't gonna say nobody, but a lot of people didn't expect me to win. You know what I mean? Because I was just the person that did things out of the norm. Like I was a rapper, but I had songs on Christian radio and all this different stuff. But I ended up winning, and it ended up being like first hip hop artist to ever win that award, and
Wow.
all these things. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember like a couple weeks later, I was just like, man, is it over? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nothing. Like I just felt like I was like, oh man, is it over? I don't know. I'll be dealing with that all the time though, and it's like just ups and downs and having to what we've been talking about, just peace, like the peace of God. Like you know what I'm saying? That's really got to be the forefront, because all the things of the world is just fickle, bro. Like ups and downs. Like we did the Double Wars. I went on tour the next year, arena tour with Torrin Wells, Jordan Felice, Toby Mac, all that. You know what I'm saying? But it was 2020. So in the middle of that, when the pandemic happened, you know what I mean? And so I'm back at home. I'm playing 2K for,
Yeah.
for like 4 months, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it's just, you just look up and you're like, man, is it oh, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and that was real. Like, I'm like, man, is it over? Like, we can't do shows, we can't do anything. So yeah, like I've had spurts and I've had moments of like, man, I've made it. I remember my first time, my parents coming to see me in an arena, you know what I mean? And my mom crying, my sister's crying, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Stuff like that. Cause you know, my sister seen me when I was in storefront churches and stuff. And so see me in an arena was crazy. But it's like it's been just the ups and downs, bro, like the whole time. And that's just life though. You just gotta be able to take it for what it is. Like it's gonna be some up times, there's gonna be some down times, but
Yeah.
it's the peace of God that keeps you level. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
consistent. So yeah.
Yeah, that's so real, bro. I feel like there's a really big lesson in that because, you know, I think when we get to a certain level of success with like money or
Yeah.
fame or, you know, these events that we get to do, like stuff like that,
Yeah.
you kind of realize once you do it that like while it's a ton of fun and it's such a blessing and, you know,
Yeah.
it's great to be grateful for those things. There's also a lot of peace in just being at the crib playing 2K too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Or like hanging with the fam on the couch.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's like, I think a lot of people that are chasing, you know, this like career, like all the career goals and this next level and, you know, constantly leveling up, I think it's very easy to lose that peace and solitude that you have in where you are.
Yeah.
And it sounds like for you, like you've put God at the center of your life. And I want to learn about your faith journey, like how you found Christ and all that. But I think that's the answer, bro. Because I think when God is at the center of your life and everything kind of revolves around it, it's very hard to be sad or be
no, absolutely.
ungrateful.
I my last project is called Where Do We Go From Here? And it was kind of just the start of that realization for me. I think before I've said a lot in kind of like the promo, but like I said, like I feel like I would give God my plans and like ask him to bless it rather than really asking God's plan for my life and really trying to walk God's plan for my life. It was like was like, nah, I got these plans. You know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do because I'm just you know what I'm saying? I'm a driven person. I'm a person that is, you know what I'm saying, trying to go to the next level, like you said, whatever. And I would ask God, like, God, help me. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, all right, God, like,
Yes.
what you got today kind of vibe, what you got this year. Like, and I think that just kind of changed my whole perspective. It's like, it's God's plan over mine. You know what I mean? For the rest of my life. Like, I'm just kind of be like, it's God's plan over mine. Like, I'm not trying to give him my plans anymore because ultimately I might get some of them, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm driven. I just want to make it happen. But
Mhm.
ultimately, I just want what God has for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. How did you find your relationship with God? Like, what was that? Was it
Yeah.
because your parents kind of raised you in that
Well,
environment?
yeah, I grew up in church.
Yeah.
Grew up in church. But I think my relationship started like same time of where I wanted to, when I figured out I wanted to do this, like around 12 or 13. Like I was just kind of like figuring out what it meant to have a relationship with God rather than the rules and the regulations
Yeah.
of, you know what I mean, church. Like,
Yeah.
and I want to say too, like, I feel like if you grew up in church, you have church hurt for sure. Like
Mm.
I deal with church hurt. I know that's a big thing right now, but like I don't think church hurt has anything to do with God's character. And church hurt doesn't have anything to do with, you know what I'm saying, your relationship with Jesus, your relationship and your walk. You know what I mean? It's like people are fickle, you know what I mean? But God is consistent. And
Mm.
so I just feel like for anybody that's dealing with church hurt or grew up in church and feel like, oh, because this person did this, like I don't rock with God, it's just kind of like, it don't be making sense to me because it's like, man, this doesn't say
Yeah.
anything about God. That says something about that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a side note. But I grew up in church. So I was
Mhm.
like, figuring out all of these things and growing up in something called Kojic Church. It's like Church of God in Christ. It's like, it's a lot of rules. It's a lot of regulations. It's like women can't do this. Men can't do this. You can't come to church like this. It's like, and so that was like my life growing up. But then like around 13, 14, I started trying to like figure it out for real. You know what I mean? And that's when I was like, man, like this is totally different. You know what I mean? Than
Yeah.
what it's really all about having a relationship with him. It's really about, like we've been talking about, the ups and downs, the, you know what I'm saying, the things that you're struggling with, taking that to him instead of,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, hiding it, putting it on the front in front of people. You know what I mean? It's like when I figured out that that's what it was like, nah, I rock with this for real. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, that's my journey, man. I don't have a crazy, like, you know what I mean, like in the world story or anything like that. I think it was just kind of like me going up and down of trying to figure out what this is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And trying to figure out what it really is. And that's a journey even today of like figuring out new things. It's like God is always something that we're figuring out,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, in our journey. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's beautiful, bro. Yeah, it's interesting when you ask people their testimony. I feel like there's always like there tends to be like a big pain moment or
Yeah,
like something where it's like, man, I was at my last, my last moment, and then he
yeah,
pulled me out. But
yeah,
I feel like that's not always the case. Like, you
yeah.
know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
for sure. I mean, I've had my issues, I've had my struggles, of course. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The girls was my thing for a minute. You know what I mean? Church girls too. Like I was in church, so it's like
Yeah.
that's where you get in trouble. Like you see the girl singing, it's like, what's up? What's up with it? You know what I mean?
For real.
But I think, yeah, like owed to my parents too. Like my parents just had me in church, like grew up in church. So I kind of always just had this thing of like, you know what I'm saying, being in church. And I think God just got a hold of me at a young age. And so like I said, like 13, 14, having a real relationship with him just kind of kept me on the straight and narrow, and figuring out that this is something that I really wanted to do, you know what I'm saying, was keeping me on the straight and narrow. Like I said, had faults, I've had a falling, of, you know what I'm saying, all those things. But I think just having that in the back of my head of like, man, I don't want to mess up for that kid that's, you know what I'm saying, looking up to me and stuff like that. Like that kind of kept me too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm super grateful, man. And I think every story is like needed. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
God's that big. It's like
Yes.
God is big enough for the people that is struggling with addictions and struggling with, you know what I'm saying, being on their last, and he, you know what I'm saying, just grabs you. It's like, nah, that's God too. You know what I mean? And it's also God that a person that grew up in church and figured out the, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the rules and the regulations of church, but then it's like, nah, that's not really what God's about. And like, nah, like I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna show you like, nah, having a relationship with me is what it's about. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, man, it's it's been a great journey, and something that just checked me like recently, like just going with the thing of like always kind of finding like and getting closer to God. Like it's the relationship aspect. Like I was scrolling one day and CeCe Winans was talking, and she said, I'm known around the world by people for my music. She was like, but I'm only known by Jesus by my relationship with him.
Yeah.
I was like, daggone, like, you know what I mean? Like all of this stuff is nothing, bro, besides a relationship with Jesus. Like, and that's kind of just what I'm on. Like, and just going back to what you're saying too, like, of it feeling like all of us, the Christian music industry is just like out of nowhere or anything like that. I think people have been doing it for a minute. You know what I mean? Like we got all the OGs that came before us.
Yeah, of course.
But I think right now, the wave is just having a relationship with God for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's more so like the people are hungry for God and like being locked in with God for real. Like being locked in with Jesus for real. Having a real relationship with Jesus. Like might have not been cool in the past. Like people probably tried to hide it in the past, whatever. But I think right now it's just like, nah, people are hungry for that truth. Like this generation is hungry for that. So it's like I think that's why it's kind of a rise in Christian music, because it's just like, and people are, you know what I'm saying, they're wanting to be locked in with God, and it's wavy to be locked in. It's the wave, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, I went on a tangent, but
no, it's a very good point, you know, because I think like even like till recently when I used to think of church, because I got saved like two and a half years ago.
Lit.
I would always think about church as like this like structured, you know what I'm saying, like suit and tie, like you gotta like be on your best behavior. Absolutely. The uncle's gonna get mad at you.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't feel very comfortable for like someone in their 20s that was, you know, more like free spirited or like whatever.
Yeah.
But I think now it's like when I think of Christianity, my brain goes to like when I think about evangelists in culture that I look up to, that I not idolize, but that I learn from.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I learn from scriptures first and foremost, but like Bryce Crawford and John Keith and Forrest Frank and all these people that are, you meet them in person, you're like, yo, you got like, you're swag. Like you're like a normal, normal, cool guy who loves Jesus. And I think when kids realize that you can still be normal, you can be yourself, you can still have swag and love Jesus, like it makes them more open-minded to it versus them being like, like I don't really want to be in this like structured, weird, you know what I'm saying, polished community.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's like, that's never been what it's been about. You know what I mean? Like, but I think people was making it like that. You know what I mean? And I think the people that came before us, like I was talking to a friend about this, like I think they had almost good intentions of telling us like, don't do this, don't do that, because it blah, 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 but not realizing like, and sharing the other side of it of like, nah, like ultimately this is about your relationship with Jesus.
Yes.
But I've been down this road before and I'm telling you not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like walking with someone rather than just setting a bunch of rules and regulations on them and not caring about their heart, not caring about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, you know what I mean? And so I think just as time has went on, like you said, like people are figuring that out. People are like, nah, like I need Jesus because I am broken, and me recognizing that I'm broken is, you know what I'm saying, what brings me close to Jesus, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, bro, it's an amazing time to be in, and I'm grateful to be able to make music that's like that. That's, you know what I'm saying, wavy, that's Cause like I said, the wave is being locked in with Jesus for real. Like
Yeah.
that's the wave for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. It's cool, man. It's so cool how much you love God. And I think as I built my relationship, I'm at a point now where like that's literally all I want to talk about is like,
Nah,
I'm like, if we're not talking about Jesus, what are we talking about?
nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. For
it
real.
really ain't nothing.
Yeah. No cap, bro.
Yeah. So tell me about the music, because you know I started making like secular music back in like 2020, and I
Okay.
was rapping about like girls and money
Yeah,
and
yeah.
cars and all this. And then when I found God, I was like, I'm just gonna talk about God.
Yeah.
And now I'm in a season where I'm trying to kind of figure out if I can still make music that glorifies Him without directly mentioning God, or like
Yeah.
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. So
Yeah.
I'm curious with you, like when it comes to your creative, because you know I think as creatives, it's okay to find inspiration from other things, right? Like we can pull inspiration from the world.
Yeah.
But do you hesitate when you're making your music about ensuring that it does glorify God or not glorify God? Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. Yeah. First I want to say I think it's all needed. I think people that are Christians that's just making music about life is needed. You know what I'm saying? We need those people that's, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily about God, but they got a song about their wife, or they're not married, they got a song about struggling with certain things, like, and it's, you know what I'm saying? It's just a song about that, you know what I mean? Or it's just whatever it may be, love, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's definitely needed. I think it's also needed the straight, vertical, you know what I mean, music of worship, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I think for me, I've kind of dibbled and dabbled in both of like, I said it earlier this year of like, I feel like before, like even my album, Sorry I Changed in 2024, it was more God inspired rather than God centered. You know what I mean? And I think my last project, Where Do We Go From Here, is more God centered. And I think that's just me, because where I'm at in life, like in 2024, I was at, you know what I'm saying, God, I was a Christian, I was whatever, but I'm dealing with that I just lost my grandma, you know what I'm saying, to a heart attack, and it was out of nowhere, and I'm dealing with like getting anxiety sometimes when my mom calls, because I'm like, man, it's somebody else that's gone, because that's how I found out that my grandma was gone. Like, mom, anytime I find out somebody is passed away, like I get a call from my mom of like, she's like, hey, I just wanted to let you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I dealt with that for a little bit of just like, when I see my mom calling sometimes, I'm like, oh snap, it's just about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's kind of where I was in 2024, and I was just dealing with those things. And so I made that music. But I think with God just, you know what I'm saying, going on my relationship with God, and God just kind of checking me even more, like that's where do we go from here comes. And where I'm at right now, just kind of like making God-centered music. Like, and I think that's kind of what my audience needs right now too. But going back to your question, I think it's all needed. I think if you feel like you're someone that wants to you want to be a devoted Christian, you want to make music, and it's not about Jesus, 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 you know what I'm saying? I think that's okay too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think that's right. Because I think like I'm reading this book right now called Garden City by John Mark Comer, and it talks about how like we all have a calling, right, and a vocation, and how we can glorify God through the work that we do. But there might be an artist who like a painter that makes a piece of art that there's no cross, or there's no, you know, depiction of Jesus or God directly. And then there's another artist that there's a cross, there's Jesus, and they're both beautiful.
yeah,
But just like the one that has the cross doesn't mean that that's not the only one that glorifies Jesus. Like that other one can still glorify God if it
absolutely
is beautiful. And so I think we can make art that does glorify Him, that maybe doesn't directly say His name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no, I agree, bro. I super agree. I think it's all about what I feel like God wants you to do, your relationship with God, where you at with God. Like
Yeah.
all of those things are important. And I think it all can be glorifying to God. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping him first and letting it be what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make a song that's all about love, it's like God is love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we agree on
Really?
that.
Yeah, we
Sure.
agree for sure.
Yeah.
Tell me about like your relationship building with him, because for me it's like scripture, prayer,
Absolutely.
worship.
Absolutely.
Like how do you build a relation with him?
All those things, of course. I think the most important thing for me, on top of those, is just like community.
Mm.
Like having my brothers like be able to check me. You know what I'm saying? I have a spiritual mentor, been my spiritual mentor since I was like 15 years old. So
Wow.
it's like anytime he just checked me last week. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you wilding, like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like having community that we can be honest with, that, you know what I'm saying, we can walk through life with, you know what I mean? That's kind of like the biggest thing of like kind of just continues to help me even get closer to God. Like just having community that is locked in with God too. You know what I mean? That's been kind of my thing since the beginning. Like I said, having mentors in my life. My uncle still is in my life, of like we talk about a bunch of different things. And so yeah, I think that was a big part of my relationship building with God. You know what I'm saying? Just having people around me, you know what I'm saying? Because I've of course I go to church and stuff like that, but me being on the road, like I don't have a lot, you know what I'm saying, where I'm like at home
Yeah.
every Sunday, all those things. Because I think that's important too. Like but me, I've had to be able to still have a community on the road, you know what I'm saying? Still give people that maybe not be in my city, but I talk to and they can recognize things in me. You know what I'm saying? Like giving them the open opportunity to speak into my life too. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I would say that would be a big key for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such an important part of it, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize how important it is to have other believers kind of around you.
Yeah.
And how much confirmation and support that you can get from those people, and also like how they need you to be that for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I think like you said, it's just needed, bro. Like it's whoever it may be, like, and you got to be particular for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because I've definitely dealt with like hurt in that aspect too, of just trusting someone. You know what I'm saying? And trusting them to walk with every part of me. You know what I mean? But like everyone is not graced to do that.
Yeah.
So you got to use discernment, and you got to make sure you know what I'm saying, talk to God about who to let in your life in that way. Because like I said, I've learned the hard way of just like everyone's is not supposed to be that person in your life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They used to tell me in a different way back in the day, but like the saying, everyone can't go. That's definitely true. Like sometimes with success, like with all those things, it's like everyone can't go. But I'm like, even with my spiritual relationship, it's like everyone can't go. You know what I mean? Everyone cannot go. And everyone can't deal with those things. Like they don't know how to navigate those things. They don't know how to have a disagreement, you know what I mean? But then the next day it's like we talk it out and we're good. Like it's not a lot of people that are raised like that. They're, you know what I'm saying? And me, like the people that are in my life now, I just feel like we've kind of built that to where you're going to have ups and downs in relationships, of friendships, all those things. But it's important to be able to talk those things out. You know what I'm saying? And I was wrong this way, you was wrong this way, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And move on. And so, yeah, man, everybody can't go. Be able to pick. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some wild dudes out here for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I feel that. It's kind of, I was talking about this with my friend about like how as men, as we grow, and as women, I'm sure, as we hit certain thresholds in our spiritual maturity and mental maturity, emotional maturity, like people seem to get left behind.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because they don't keep up with like they're not having the same spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, etc. growth as us.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that and I was like, there are certain people in my life that I grew up with that, they're trapping right now, or like they're working at Target in the hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And it may not be aligned with my journey, but that doesn't mean that I can't go take some time, once a month or once every couple months or whatever to go hang out with them and try and, what I'm saying, like evangelize or help them or as a friend or whatever. So I agree with you. I think like not everyone can go, but I also feel like it's okay to give some people, depending, obviously using discernment, like you said, but like giving those people attention and, because maybe they need that. Right.
Yeah. Nah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I will be 1000% that I'm terrible at that.
Yeah, really.
You know what I mean? Like that's a struggle for me for sure. And I think that you're right, and that's the right thing to do. But I think sometimes I've been just hurt in friendships sometimes, and hurt in things of like where I feel like I'm giving, a lot, and I'm, I'm open to whatever. If you've done me wrong, if I've done you wrong, I'm dedicated to working it out with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm dedicated to, if I've let you in my home, I've let you, around my wife, my kids, whatever. It's like, unless you ain't try to kill me or, I'm dedicated to like work it out. But everybody's not like that. And so,
yes,
like you said, like, I think you're right. And I think that's biblical too. Like, Like, it doesn't matter how many times someone, tries to spite me, whatever. It's like, God has forgiven me so many times, And so, but I think that's something that I struggle with. It's just something that I'm still working through to this day. Cause I'm quick to be like, nah, I'm out, brother. Like, cool. Like, Once I feel like that you're not dedicated in this friendship with me, like I am, I'm just kind of like, I'm quick to be like, all right, peace. It's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Want nothing to do with you. It's a movie. I know you probably don't know it. ATL. Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Okay. T.I. was like, I don't want to kick it with you, skate with you, nothing. I'll be like,
that's so funny.
I don't want to kick it with you, skate with you, nothing. Like,
yeah.
I struggle with that, but I'm gonna go and keep reiterating that you're right, and that's what we should do.
I feel you though.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're not gonna like force someone to put in effort,
Yeah.
Like it takes two to tango. Like,
yeah.
So you gotta have that mutual effort. So I understand that perspective.
Yeah.
You mentioned family, and I was kind of scrolling through your Instagram before this, and I seen a fit check video with your wife and your beautiful kid.
Yeah.
I would love to hear about your family, bro, and how important your family's been to you. And and, it's great. Like every time I see, like, how do I say it? Especially in this Christian world, like I look at Hulvey and John Keith, maybe it was John Keith. I don't know, just different people, and I see like the people that have okay, we're gonna cut around that. I'll timestamp this because I'm word vomiting. Like the people, just not even being in the Christian industry, but just in general, the people that have a strong relationship with God and a strong relationship with their core family, they seem to be so much happier than other people. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like how important has your family been in your life besides your relationship with God?
Yeah. I'm gonna answer that question. But also, I think there's single people too that's just as happy. I would say that.
For sure. That's real.
I think you know what I'm saying? It's split for sure. There's a lot of single people that are desiring to be married, and it's like their kind of hope is in a family. You know what I mean? And I think there's good things about that, but there's also like you gotta kind of stop and like enjoy, you know what I'm saying, the season that you're in. And I think the other side of that is there's a lot of people that do that and love that. But I do think that it is something just beautiful, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's biblical, being fruitful and multiplying, and you know what I'm saying, like investing into the next generation. Like it didn't really click to me, like legacy and one day I'm not gonna be here and all those things until I had my son. Like I had my son and I was like, man, it's gonna be a day where he's here and I'm not here, and he's telling people about me, about his mom, about his granddad, about his, you know what I'm saying, whatever. It's like, and what do I want that to be? Do I want it to be that I was a mean, angry dude all the time, or do I want it to be, you know what I'm saying, that I loved him well, I love God well, I loved his mom well, I love, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
and that kind of all just hit to me, and I think it just, yeah, like having a family just kind of made me, I feel like, lock in even more, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and even with that, wanting to lock in even more, like the attacks come more too. You know what I mean? Like the spiritual attacks, all of that, like of just the devil not wanting that to happen and the devil not wanting you to be happy in that way. You know what I mean? And so I think you gotta stay guarded but I think family just become super important to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To my extended, to anything. It's just like, man, we're in December right now. I don't know when this is coming out, but it's like December has kind of always been my just chill month. Like I don't really do a lot.
Rest.
You know what I mean? It's not really a lot of tours going on and stuff like that. So since the beginning, I've just kind of been like, end of November, all of December, like I get to spend with family, and it's kind of some of the best times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Watching Christmas movies, like that's lit. You know what I mean? What's your favorite Christmas movie, bro?
Christmas movie? Oh.
Sidebar.
I'm going to say Home Alone.
Yeah, it's got to be that's the greatest one, right?
It can't, like, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
What's yours?
I think that's the greatest.
I agree, yeah.
That's the greatest Christmas movie of all time. My top 5.
You got 5?
Let me do top 5.
Go crazy, yeah. You can do
this,
top 10.
This is my favorite thing to do. Like, I won't debate about, I'll say this. I don't debate about silly stuff. Like, I'm not debating you about God and trying to convince you. Like, I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you my truth and I'm going to let you. But when it comes to like top 5s and top 5
Go
basketball,
crazy, bro.
that's my thing. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Home Alone for sure. Elf is in there for sure.
Dang. Is that Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
He goes to my gym.
For real?
Yeah, I be seeing him all the time.
That's
every morning, 7:30, Equinox, West Hollywood, just pumping.
That's lit.
Yeah.
That's super lit.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, Elf is in there for sure. There's a movie called This Christmas with Chris Brown.
Okay. I have not seen that.
That's in my top 5 for sure. Man. What's my other 2, bro?
This is high stakes, bro.
Yeah.
Choose wisely.
It's getting kind of spooky. Okay. Man. I don't know my other 2, low key.
Okay, so you got top 3. That's cool.
Top 3, yeah. You got a top 3?
Home Alone. It's not a Christmas movie, but Harry Potter.
Potter.
I'll be watching Harry Potter during the holidays.
This is your top 5 movies in general.
Oh, so you want to go top 5?
No. I'm saying, is that what you're doing, or is Harry Potter got? I'm not a Harry Potter guy, so is Harry Potter got like a Christmas one?
There's not really a Christmas element.
Okay.
But there is like I get Christmas vibes when I watch.
When you watch Harry Potter,
it reminds me of my childhood.
Okay,
yeah.
I got that.
But I would say, dude, we could go top 5 movies.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool.
Let's do it. I would say in my top, I just found another one. Friday After Next is my top 5 Christmas movies for sure.
That's next. Who's in that one?
It's Ice Cube.
Okay.
Mike Epps.
Where?
Those vibes.
Mike Epps is crazy. Shoot, I'm gonna say there's a movie called Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
I love Shia. I think he's an incredible actor.
Fire.
Dang, that's hard. Movies is hard, bro, because there's so many bangers.
I only know mine because I've said it so much. I think you get to know a lot of people knowing their top 5 movies. So I can spit off my top 5.
Go crazy.
Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
The Departed with Leonardo.
Yeah.
Amazing movie. Get Out.
Yeah, Get Out's fire. Yeah.
Bro, that movie was lit.
Tough.
And then my last 2 is hood classics. ATL and Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball. Okay.
I can quote those movies like crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So that's my top 5. But
yeah, Get Out is fire. What's his name?
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Genius, bro.
Lit.
You watch Key and Peele?
A little bit. I've seen clips.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Those are, to me, some of the best comedy skits I've ever
hilarious.
seen. Yeah.
Super funny. You know, of course I know because the AA run, I can't,
Oh, do you get that?
bro, what?
AA.
All the time since it came out.
There must be like a marketing skit with that for you. Like you might be able to leverage that in some
Low
way.
key.
You know?
You just put me on.
I got you.
I need to do that
10%.
for sure. For sure.
That's so funny. So what's kind of next for you, bro? Like what are you curious about? What are you excited about? Like and what does 2026 have in store?
Yeah. I know off the top, like I'm dropping a lot next year. And Where Do We Go From Here was an all rap project. So this next thing is gonna be like all just melodies, like singing and stuff like that. I got 6 loaded up, but then after that, like I'm gonna drop after that too. You know what I mean? So that project is gonna be called Only Heaven Knows. Call it a project, but I'm definitely gonna be dropping more singles from the project than it just being like a 6-song thing that I drop all together.
Yeah.
I just kind of space it out. So that's off the top. Man, other than that, bro, I'm going with the wind, bro. Like, kind of what we were talking about. Like, last year I would have had an answer like from January to December. This is exactly what I'm doing. But I think I've kind of just changed in that way. Like I'm just kind of like open to what you know what I'm saying God has for me next year. I definitely know I want to do some more just shows like with like just like some one night only vibes of like my fans, you know what I'm saying, that's been rocking with me, some headline shows and stuff like that. Because you know I do all kinds of shows of just like opening for people, headline shows, festivals, all those things, and everything has their place, but it's nothing like rocking with people that actually support you and stuff. So I want to do a lot of that next year. But other than that, bro, I'm just keeping it going, bro. Going with the wind. You know what I'm saying? And seeing what God has me next year, for real.
Yeah. I love that, man. I think there's no better way to live, in my opinion, than waking up every day and being like, yo, God, like, how can I serve you today?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And
it's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I feel like we try so hard to build plans for ourselves and to have all these ambitions and like, yo, next year I'm gonna buy a house and next year I'm gonna do this and make this many songs. And it's like when we change that mindset and we're like, yo, God, like, what do you have for me today? And then he'll really speak to you, bro. He's like, yo, like rest. Or like, yo, like go to the studio. And it's crazy, bro, like how even faster your life can be progressed in these things that we're chasing when we just look at it from that perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like,
bro.
It's like an accelerator almost.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a difference, man, of just, like you said, being open. Like, I got goals, I got things that I want to do, but I'm just kind of more open of what, you know what I'm saying, he has. Like you said, like it's a difference being able to just, and it's hard for me. Like, it's sometimes hard for me just because of how I grew up playing basketball. It's like
competitive.
Competitive. Like, how bad do you want it kind of thing. Like, that's my thing, you know what I mean? But it's like sometimes like I just need to be his son, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and like I said, that's a hard thing for me to do. I'm not the one that sometimes I'm just like, if I'm sitting around too long, I'm like, we gotta do something. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta make it happen. I just come from that. But like sometimes, man, like you said, it's just so much peace in just being his son. You know what I mean? It's like people want from us all the time. People, you know how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a business, you got people that you are leaning on you, and it's like you being pulled this way, that way. It's just like, man, sometimes you just need to be his son, his daughter, and you know what I'm saying? And bask in his, you know what I'm saying? Bask in him, bro. Like, so that's kind of what I've been just trying to practice, bro. Like, just being his son, because it's not easy for somebody like me, you know what I mean? And so, like, when, like, just even hearing that, it's just like, what does that actually mean? You know what I'm saying? That kind of makes me want to just like lock in of like, okay, what does that actually mean? But it's like, nah, like being locked in with him, listening to what he has to say, like actually being his son, like that's my calling more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? So
I love that, man. That's so beautiful. I was watching this podcast with my client George Janko's. He had Cliff and Stuart Connectley, they're pastors.
Okay.
And one thing that Pastor Cliff was saying was, we're literally built and designed to be in awe of Jesus.
Yeah.
And like when we live our life in awe of him, like, you know what I'm saying, you stop taking things for granted because you're like, bro, this is like amazing. Like, what? This is a cloud. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you start appreciating the craziest things because you're just so in awe of God and his love. And I just, like you said, I think when we can just lock in on being a son or a daughter and just making that the focal point of everything that we do, just everything else becomes so much easier. It's like, the weight is just lifted.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm in awe all the time. Like, it's like, to think about that there's somebody that loves me so much that there's nothing that I can do that can separate, you know what I'm saying, me from his love. Like, when you think about that, it's like, that's enough to be in awe about, you know?
Yeah.
There's somebody that loves you so much that there's nothing that you can do that can separate or change his love for you.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's just crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, and that, I think people sometimes get it twisted of like, that's not an excuse to wild out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I heard someone's, it was my pastor's just say like, man, don't use the excuse to fall short, that you can fall short to fall short. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't stop using that as an excuse. But it is just amazing to know that, like, we were born into sin, you know what I mean? And so it's natural that there's even parts of us that we don't even know that is, you know what I'm saying? We got to find out that it's sinful.
Yeah.
But to know that he already knew this and he already planned to love you for that is just like, it's just insane. And that's like, just going back to the awe thing, it's like, it's nuts, bro.
Yeah. It really is, man. It's mind blowing. Aaron, man, I really appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yes,
this
sir.
has been so awesome. My last question for you is, if there's any advice you have, because I think, you know, people do need some guidance sometimes, and I think hearing it from people like yourselves can be helpful. So if you have any advice for the people, let them know.
It's good. Man, I think my biggest thing I kind of said, like, get locked in with God.
Yeah, real. We're being so redundant right now. They're like, dude, we get it.
Yeah. It's like, that is the wave, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like I said, it might have not been cool in the past, but that's the wave, bro. Like, having a relationship with Jesus is the wave, man. It's cool. Don't let nobody tell you differently. Yeah. You know what I mean? Be yourself. Be who God called you to be.
Amen. Go watch
and also,
them.
I would say too, though, like, I know we went on the Jesus wave, but like, we can do a part 2 to this of like, like, man, like, knowing that you can do anything with Christ, bro. Like, I'm a kid from Bristol, Virginia. You don't know where that's at. Like,
no idea.
You have no idea where that's from. And I'm sitting here in New York with you, like, you know what I'm saying? I had dreams, I had goals, and God was able to use me, you know what I'm saying, for his glory. And so whatever it is, like, every good gift comes from above, but whatever your gift is, like, he can use you to exceedingly abundantly above anything you can ask or think. And so know that when it gets hard, you just got to keep going. It's all about keeping going. If I would have, it's been so many times where I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wanted double word, and next year we was in a global pandemic. I was at home, you know what I'm saying? I was begging my mom to figure out how I can get unemployment checks because I couldn't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We had no shows, we had no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I could have quit. I could have got a job. I could have whatever. But I just grinded it out. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's just super important for you to know to keep going. Whatever season you in right now, whatever you're going through, where it feels like, man, you're not going to get out of it, just keep going, man. See the other side.
Amen. 100%, bro. I love it, man. Thank you so much for coming, dude.
Guys,
go check out Aaron Cole. Where can they find you on social media?
I am Aaron Cole. That's IAMAARONCOLE on everything. It's my website, Instagram, Twitter, all that.
And it's not Aaron. It's Aaron. Get it right.
It's not Aaron. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a skit or something.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys go follow Aaron Leave a review for the podcast if you can. It's super, super helpful. And get in your Bibles. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Get in your Bible.
Locked in.
But that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.